Welcome to my channel. My name is Max Fadeev. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet. Put a like under this video and I'm starting. Perhaps you want to learn more about nouns and English grammar, but you are tired of grammar textbooks and worksheets. You don't have to memorize grammar rules or vocabulary lists chapter by chapter. Instead, you'll learn English by watching your favorite movie trailers and music videos and then taking quizzes. Doesn't that sound more fun? Plus, all the audio and visual content on the app is by native English speakers and comes with interactive captions and subtitles. Best of all, you'll gradually figure out the rules on your own. In that way, you'll be able to remember difficult topics like grammar better. A countable noun, as the very name suggests, is a noun that can be counted or numbered. Usually they refer to things or objects that we can see, feel or touch. For instance, fruits, vegetables, toys, cars, books, countries, oceans, days, rooms, friends and stars are all countable nouns. Now you might be wondering why stars is countable, as we don't know the number of stars in the universe. It's countable because you can still say a number before it. When you look up at the night sky, you may never finish counting the stars, but you can certainly begin counting them. You can say, "Tonight I see 5 stars from my rooftop." If you aren't sure if a noun is countable or not, ask yourself if you can place a number right before it. For instance, there are 5 red cars on the road. She's carrying 3 eggs in a basket. 2 people are standing outside the gate. Only 1 sandwich is left. However, you can't say there is 1 milk left. Instead, you have to say there is 1 glass of milk or there is 1 milk bottle to express the same idea. In this case, it's the glass or bottle that are the countable nouns, while milk remains uncountable. This brings us to the next bit. Since all countable nouns can be expressed in terms of a number, they all have singular and plural forms. In their singular form, these nouns usually have an article, a, an, or there, or the number 1 before it. For example, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. A century, 100 years has already passed. Similarly, the plural forms usually have a number before it, or are preceded by words like few, many, several, and so on. For example, 8 out of 10 apples were rotten. There are a few girls in the class. How many countries have you visited? Several centuries have passed. To sum up, countable nouns are those nouns that can be expressed in terms of numbers, have singular and plural forms, can have a numeral or an article before it, can be preceded by words like few, many, and several. Most objects around us, as well as collective nouns such as teams, groups, and bands, are countable nouns. Take a moment and look around. List 5 separate items that you can see. Chances are they are all countable nouns. Uncountable nouns are nouns that can be counted, or rather which can be directly expressed in terms of numbers. For example, sunshine, information, travel, work, time, money, magic, and furniture are all uncountable nouns. Usually, uncountable nouns refer to abstract nouns such as happiness, jealousy, justice, advice, luck, and so on. For example, we all seek happiness in our lives. Her face was filled with jealousy when she saw his new girlfriend. Rohan's success as a movie star is a result of his hard work rather than his luck. My kinds find it relaxing to play with clay. However, certain objects and common nouns can also be uncountable. Certain materials such as silk, satin, concrete, sand and clay, and food or drink items such as water, tea, coffee, milk, rice and flour can be directly expressed with a number before it. For example, there is sand in your shoes. I need 5 yards of satin. Do you prefer tea or coffee? Mix 1 cup of flour with half a glass of milk. If you study the examples carefully, you'll notice that whenever a number is mentioned, there is a countable noun, yard, cup and glass, between the number and the uncountable noun. You also notice that most uncountable nouns don't have a plural form. However, to express the amount or quantity, such nouns are often preceded with words like some, much, a lot, and so on. For instance, can I borrow some milk to bake the cake? His mother has placed much hope in him. A lot of effort is needed to finish this task. To sum up, uncountable nouns can be directly expressed in terms of numbers, usually don't have a plural form, can have words like some, much, and a lot before them, can be preceded by a number and a countable noun. Usually abstract nouns, as well as certain common nouns, are uncountable. If you feel ready to test yourself, try to come up with 5 uncountable nouns that aren't mentioned in this video. As you have already figured out to express an uncountable noun in terms of exact numbers of measurements, you need to add a countable noun before it. Take a look at the following examples. Can I have some water? Yes, there is a glass of water on the table. Is there any cheese in the fridge? Yes, there are 3 slices of cheese still left. She gave me some terrible advice about my love life. Really, when I spoke to her, I came away with at least 2 points of good advice. However, for certain tricky, difficult or confusing words, it depends entirely on the context. You have to study the sentence carefully to know if the noun is countable or not. For instance, the floor is covered with loose hair. A stray hair clung to her sweaty face. The hotel has 20 rooms. Is there room for me on the bus? And sometimes an abstract noun can be used as a countable noun. Only the truth can set you free. There are 2 truths in this story. Helen's beauty can't be surpassed. What are you 2 beauties doing here by the pool? If you are confused if a noun is countable or not, look for articles, a stray hair, or words like some, few, and many to figure it out. And if there are none, for example only truth or loose hair, then they are probably uncountable nouns. By now, the differences between countable and uncountable nouns should be clear to you. You should also be able to express an uncountable noun in terms of numbers with the method I've taught you. Try to reread the differences between countable and uncountable nouns to memorize them and then test your understanding with the practice exercises I've listed above. It's okay if you make mistakes in the beginning. Just keep practice regularly and you are sure to make a lot of progress. My video is coming to an end. We've taken another grammatical structure apart today. I hope you were interested. Good luck, love and patience, all of you. Bye bye. Max Fadeev was with you. See you later.